Today on Corporate Review, join us as we explore innovative technologies, cutting-edge solutions, and timely discussions from leaders across the globe. This is Corporate Review.
Welcome to Corporate Review. I'm Jackie Bales. With hospital reimbursements continuing to decline, hospitals have to find ways to reduce their costs and run their businesses more efficiently. Here today we have John Friend, CEO of Jump Technologies, to discuss how his company delivers cloud-based solutions that save hospitals money by simplifying and improving their inventory management. Thank you for joining us, John.
Thanks for having me, Jackie.
John, why is it challenging for most hospitals to focus on business process best practices?
Well, Jackie, hospitals don't like change to begin with, primarily because everything that they do has to be centered around patient safety. So when you come up with a process that works and ensures patient safety, you don't like to change it. Anytime you talk about change in a hospital, there's not a culture of change there, primarily because of their focus on patient safety and all the bad things that happen to them if something goes wrong.
Right, and everyone is trained.
That's right.
John, how do your solutions address the two largest areas of cost in hospitals?
The largest area of cost in a hospital is payroll. As you can imagine, paying all the doctors and nurses and everybody who helps in a hospital is expensive.
Sure.
The largest portion of payroll is nursing, only because there's more of them than anybody else. Studies have shown that nurses spend about 30% of their time recording inventory transactions and managing inventory in a hospital, something that you wouldn't think of. Rather, their focus is patient care. So our software specifically works to make that transaction and that process very simple, very fast, so that we can reduce the amount of time nurses spend recording those transactions and thus reduce the amount of nursing overtime that a hospital might incur. The second big expense is supplies. As you can imagine, they use lots of supplies in a hospital, and obviously with an inventory management solution, we're really focused on giving supply chain executives the data that they need to properly manage their supply, hopefully being able to reduce the amount of supplies that they have on hand, while at the same point in time eliminating stockouts and all the bad things that happen when you run out of inventory.
I think technology can be incredibly valuable in providing enhanced visibility and enhanced communication. So visibility in terms of it allows you hopefully to manage to metrics, to have better insight into what your own team is doing. And then communication both within your own team but between yourself and your end users. So you can make sure you're being responsive to their needs and they're getting everything they need to treat the patients. Well, essentially the less time that my team has to spend at their desks, the more time they can spend on the units being responsive to the clinician's needs. So if we can get them to be present and responsive and there for the majority of their day and still be able to have them perform their tasks and even provide hopefully increased visibility to the clinicians, then I think it's worth the investment. So far it's been a very positive experience. It's been a wonderful opportunity to partner with Jump Technologies in order to create a delivery solution that's really custom designed for the unique needs and unique demands of a healthcare system. I also think it's been valuable just in terms of giving us the opportunity internally to review our own workflow, see what it is now and then see what we'd like it to be by incorporating some technology. So far the rollout has gone really well. We're seeing some huge increases in efficiency and some really strong customer feedback from our end users. They're very happy about the increased visibility and increased communication we can provide about their supply needs.
So what are the solutions and opportunities for hospitals today?
I believe from a supply chain side, there is a significant opportunity in front of hospitals. 30% of hospital CEOs today are looking to supply chain to solve their problems. Supply chain has typically been a backroom type function. It's the supply chain executives aren't in the senior management team of a hospital. Suddenly, you've got the CEO showing up on your desk saying, hey, I've got to cut 14 and 19% of my budget and I need you to do it for me. So I think we're going to see an unprecedented look at new technology, new change, process reengineering, all that stuff that they don't like, but I think you're going to see it happen in the supply chain area because they're looking for savings.
John, can new technology solve the problems that hospitals are currently having?
Absolutely. And there's a couple of significant pieces of new technology that hospitals should be looking at. First and foremost would be mobile technology. So today there's an app for everything.
Sure.
And JumpStock exists as an app that will run on any Android or iOS-based device. Here I happen to have it running on an iPod Touch. On the back clipped is a Bluetooth scanner. So yes, you could use the camera on the device if that's what you would choose to use as your barcode scanner, but we all know how that can be a little iffy. So here's a barcode scanner that just clips to any mobile device, whether it's an iPad or an iPod or Samsung Galaxy S, doesn't matter, and gives you your inventory system right in the palm of your hand. And the beauty here is that this is a non-proprietary device, so I could be running several different applications for medical drug interaction to patient rounding, you name it. All the apps that a nurse or a supply tech would need can be right on the device and easy for them to work with.
That's brilliant.
Now, at the same point in time, not everything has to be a smartphone these days. We also have a little key fob scanner that we use to, again, keep things simple. This is geared for a single application, such as all I do is pull inventory all day long, or I have a 2-bin solution and I'm scanning empty bins. This little scanner has a button on it for scanning a barcode and a little button on it for deleting a barcode that I might scan incorrectly.
Okay.
So mobile technologies are a big piece, and then the second major technology is cloud computing. Cloud computing is simply, rather than installing software on a computer in the hospital, we run the software over the internet. What does that mean for the hospital? It means the IT organization doesn't have to buy computers, doesn't have to manage servers, doesn't have to install software and manage upgrades. All of that is done by us. At the same point in time, it's very safe, very secure, very reliable.
Can we talk for a moment about the history of Jump Tech and what else you've been doing that makes you guys such an expert in supply chain?
Sure. We are not a new company. We've been around for 14 years. We have over 10,000 customers that use our technology today in a variety of different industries. So we have seen very sophisticated supply chains by very big customers that they have to order months in advance. And they use our technology to be able to manage all that.
Well, John, it sounds like Jump Technologies really can make a difference for hospitals with inventory management. It's amazing. Thanks for joining us today and explaining it.
Thanks for having me, Jackie.
For Corporate Review, I'm Jackie Bales.